I'm going to be attempting a long run on soft tires.
Ooh. So you're coming straight out of the box in softs, are you?
Yep.
So I should go back and put softs on?
You should if you want to have comparable times to me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to conserve or anything. I'm just going to go nuts, mate. Nuts, I tell you.
Nuts. I'm going soft tires, 60 kilos of fuel.
Oh, he's even dropping the fuel.
Fuel!
Fuel, baby. Look at you sharing data and stuff. Done. It's like... Ooh, out of the gate.
Grip for days?
No.
No?
You know what the problem was with practicing quality runs? Is you do 2 out laps and 1... No, yeah. 2 slow laps before your 1 fast lap.
Mm.
So if you make a mistake anywhere around there, all you're doing is practicing your non-deploy laps.
Yeah.
My so I found that very hard.
Like transitioning to doing the actual quality lap.
Because I was carrying more speed in, I was in a different gear. Okay, not using DRS, right?
Correct. I mean, you can if you want, but...
No, I want comparable data. I pulled up quick. I'm also missing that extra wing now. This corner, this left, I'm losing time.
Go faster.
I go faster and then the rear gives up. What's with
Go
that?
faster, but don't give up the rear.
Oh. Right.
It's my advice to you.
I appreciate it. Good advice. God, my instinct is just to hit that DRS button now. I programmed myself yesterday as well. Oh.
I think I lose time through that right-hander there because I'm always so worried about going too deep, and I tend to go too early.
Isn't that the one you told me to go? That's not as deep as you think. Break earlier.
Yeah, but I know that, and I tend to go too early.
Still don't do it. Oh, it's okay, too early.
Yeah.
Oh, see, understeer. You reckon there's no wear, right? Or less wear?
Yeah. Well, based on my data from the race last year. But that's why I'm doing this run.
No, Sam. It's just engineer talk. Just comparing data. This is Sean's favourite car. I'm delving into enemy territory.
Hmm.
I'm only 8/10 down.
For now.
Fucking crazy. They're so quickly behind. Look out, I've got the leans going too.
Well, yeah, because of the G-forces.
No, I was understeering, so I was leaning in to help the car turn.
That makes sense.
Oh, see, like that.
I think I catch myself. I'd be interested to see like a video of what I look like, because I'm pretty sure I do the leans like every corner.
The car's pushing, absolutely. Should I make a swear jar? It's not a bad suggestion. It might help me not do it. But it has to be caught. I'd have to have a command or something, so you have to catch it. That way, if there's nobody there, I can still swear like a trooper.
Hmm.
I could do that. Where am I 8/10 slower? I mean, seriously, where?
You just gestured to all of me. It's probably just those corners, like at the back of the track.
I thought I improved a little bit in those corners. Definitely 10 or 11, whatever it's called. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. It doesn't count. Oh, darn. Oh, darn. Oh, darn. Trying to carry too much speed in there now.
Well, you've got 2 more tenths to find.
Where?
I just knocked some time off.
Oh. I thought it was like, that's where I... Oh. 30.8.
This is just my tyres coming up to temp.
That's it. I'm done. I'm out. Fuck it. Oh.
You are comparing yourself to possibly the fastest driver in this car at this track.
Whatever. Fuck off. worth the swear jar.
I mean, I'm pretty quick around here.
I mean, I don't like to brag, but I do alright. I'm pretty good. I'm kind of a big deal in these circles. You know, I thought I had half a handle on this. I just thought I was a little closer.
Now my deploy's coming up.
Went up. You mean it wasn't up before?
Well, the first few laps, it like depletes itself a little.
All right, I'm in the 34s, mate. Look out. 33 now. Look.
I will have to look out for you when I catch you and lap you.
Keep making mistakes. God, you seated a server, and they're all coming now.
There's another 10th.
Fuck off, I'm going to put you into the wall. Oh.
G'day.
Hello.
Hey.
Are you doing F1, Sean, or are you doing something else?
Yes, F1. Currently in an official prac.
Okay, I might join you.
Rourke's been having a stab at it.
Still doesn't mean he's going to race it.
No, he's not going to race it.
Using high downforce or medium downforce, Sean?
High downforce.
Yeah, okay. That's what I had from last year as well.
Oh, fuck. Ah, damn it. I'm using a different setup. I loaded my setup from last year, which I did well with, but then it just wasn't feeling good for me. So I thought I'd try one of the more recent setups I've been using, which I've been liking. And I'm finding it to be faster. but it's a little bit on the edge at the moment. But I just have to. It's fast enough. Like I was saying this to Warwick yesterday. It's like if I just dial it back a bit and give myself a little bit of margin, it'll be safe enough and still faster than like the safer setup that I have.
Yeah, okay.
He says it's edgy, and then he goes and dials it up for qualifying and makes it even more edgy.
Yeah, you liked it.
I did.
I currently have the fastest qualifying lap for this season, but it's not as fast as some people were doing last season, so there's probably still some fast people to set sometimes. But I'm feeling pretty confident.
Yeah, okay.
And looking at the my race data from last year, oh my god, I did like a short medium stint and then switched to softs for like 33 laps or something. So it seems like it's one like there's such little tire wear, and the lap times increase throughout the stint because the tire drop off's less than what you gain from fuel. So I think it's all about just running softs for as long as possible and then mediums to fill in the whatever's left. So I'm currently attempting to do like a 40 lap soft stint based on the fuel I put in and just see how that goes to get an idea of how long I can run the softs.
Fucking get busy. Oops.
I was setting some really good times, but I've started making a few mistakes. Gotta rein it back in.
Is that 30 a quali lap or is that a long run?
Long run, but not full fuel.
kg.
I started with 60 kilos, which is 2/3 or so. And then that lap was, I don't know, 5 or 6 laps in.
Yeah. You on softs or hards? Mediums, sorry.
Softs.
Jesus. Oh, tire's not up to 10.
fuck?
I think they're binding too. Although that might be hard scanning the F1 tracks. Still EA. Codemasters. Who does the F1 game these days? Who's got that thing?
So, yeah, Codemasters still is the same as always.
Yeah. I reckon it might be more expensive for iRacing to scan those than the average track. But I agree. I think there should be a bigger push from iRacing to scan them.
Well, they've said in their development blog that they're specifically doing that. They're aiming to scan more the Grade 1 F1 tracks.
That's a better way of saying it than F1, because F1 would say, hang on, that's... EA might be threatened by that sort of comment. Grade 1, that's a much nicer...
Well, it's the FIA Grade 1. They have to be FIA Grade 1 to be a Formula 1 track.
Yeah, I know. I was just saying it's a nicer, neater way to say we're targeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, F1, was Miami scanned? Or is it going to be scanned at this
I think they said it was scanned. I think they might have scanned it last year.
Oh, yeah, and Mexico. I remember seeing that.
Yeah. The main reason I'm holding out hope for a new F1 car is because why else would they be trying to get those tracks so bad?
Yeah.
Like, they're generally interesting. People would obviously like them, but it's very focused on F1.
I think their netcode is more not exploited. I really need a vocabulary.
Like, it's bad in the F1.
Yeah, it's more pronounced. It's shown up by like the weakness of the current predictive netcode is comes out most obviously in the fast, pointy cars like F1.
Yeah. Yeah, they travel so fast and they change direction so fast.
Quick, yeah.
And yeah, like, generally I'd say there's only so much they can do, but I think they simply have to increase the tolerance. Like, if we're going to have people race these cars all over the world, and you can't predict stuff accurately enough because of the delay, you just need to open the window that says, well, we'll just assume that wasn't contact, sort of thing.
Until told otherwise in a few milliseconds, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they should go the other way, right? Where I think people would be happier if you were inside of a car and you got away with it rather than being on the outside of the car.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
That code, so that's the tolerance that I think you're talking about, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially if they're not
that was almost
server.
word for word essentially what I was going to say. Is like, people would be more forgiving of like, oh, that should have been a contact, but it didn't. Oh, well, like, everybody's still happy sort of thing.
Yes.
Whereas at the moment, you just make more people mad.
Agreed.
And it would make people in Australia feel happier because then we could sort of race a bit closer wheel to wheel, right?
Yeah. Well, the worst one is always, turn one. If you're on the outside, you're like, I have to be, a car width away from anyone to not get punted off. Not through anyone's fault, just because that's how it is. And sometimes you just don't have that much room.
Thank you, Sam.
And Damien's just dumped a heap of gravel on the track.
There's gravel everywhere since everyone's
Damien, bugger. I didn't just spin out in that corner either.
Holy shit, there's so much of it.
Well, he's going to create some more at the quick S just before you get onto the back straight.
How good is that, Sam? Doggy's top of the ladder, undefeated. That's not going to last long. So I might as well take that while I can. Then he come out and spun in front of me. Out of the pit, out of the pits.
Fucking hell. I can't overtake these guys because they get DRS because it's just practice. And so they're just DRSing to stay in front of me.
I bumped that overtake button.
Full deploy on quali mode and DRS, John.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish the paints for the F1 were a little bit more flexible. I guess they don't want to see their Mercedes with Ferrari and McLaren paints on it, despite everybody running the colours anyway.
Yeah. First thing I did was just paint the car all red, like, well, looks like a Ferrari.
Yeah, I look like a McLaren, so... But they don't want the other sponsors on there, I'm guessing, is kind of where that's heading, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know how it works with like all the other normal branded cars. Maybe they just aren't willing to pay, or they like iRacing are happy to pay enough money to say we're going to put anything on the car, whereas the F1 it might have not been cost effective. I don't know.
The F1's
It might be a value add for the F1 teams to their sponsors, right?
Yeah. But they scan, like, my point is that they scan other cars like that just from different series, and those other teams and cars have their own sponsors, but I guess it's all just, it's a lot less money than F1.
Yeah. That's right. If they want to fix that, they should scan the other cars. I feel like that's getting closer and closer to EA territory.
Yeah, I think we'll only ever have one car until it's like an official, it's like sim of F1. Which maybe them wanting to scan more F1 tracks is them increasing their bid, so they can be like, we've already got all these tracks. Can we be the official F1 sim?
You fill your library and go, hey, look, we've got them all here. We've got a car. We've got all the tracks. It's just we're a proven entity now. We can just drop the exclusivity crap.
Yeah.
Like, let EA have their fucking arcade game, but
yeah, it's like they don't even compete with each other. I get they maybe do a tiny bit, but there's not a ton of overlap.
Oh, I've had
Like-
to.
I mean, with this and like Codemasters game, like when I first bought the Codemasters game, I never would have considered a game like this instead. Like I wanted to just jump in and drive like a Formula One career mode with teams
it's more
and
single
everything.
player and
Yeah.
casual. Like it's a casual game. It's not a sim thing,
Yeah.
right? It's arcadey.
Oh, Le Mans. I reckon they might get Le Mans back. Oh, no, they won't. Not with Le Mans Ultimate, I guess. I think Le Mans Ultimate competing with iRacing is far closer than EA competing with F1.
Yeah.
Because iRacing do that really, really well. I can see Le Mans Ultimate really fighting against iRacing.
Yeah.
Saying that, it's not Le Mans. It's not WEC, it's IMSA. Shut up. Then what's with the Ferrari? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's just a car.
Yeah.
Same spec.
Indy Racing came back because they got fucked over by whatever the dev company was behind that. The dude was the founder was like a known con man, wasn't he? And I think the actual employees wrestled and saved Le Mans Ultimate from a train wreck. I think Le Mans Ultimate was the special case. Ended up turning out to be half decent.
balance between medium and softs is crazy.
What do you mean?
I'm getting the oversteer with the softs, but not with the mediums.
I find it to be fairly similar. Maybe it is. Maybe you're right. Maybe it is a little bit more rotating on the softs. What setup are you using?
Last year's.
Yeah.
It's a high downforce one, so.
Yeah, everyone will be on high downforce here. There's no way you'd use medium.
Or maybe Connor Pooler will. Did you see his comments?
I saw his wing settings.
Yeah, that was
wild.
insane.
Is he doing the Max Verstappen lows
Yeah.
downforce?
Like, our Suzuka setup had 10 rear gurney and 3.5 front wing. He was running 0 rear gurney and 5 front wing.
And
So
still
less,
killing it?
Well, I beat him. He wasn't that fast in the race, so I don't think his setup was that good. But he obviously likes it to just... I think he said he likes to not use much steering angle. Kind of what you've said, Warwick.
Yeah, in previous stuff. But you can pretty much tweak your bizzos for all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Like,
the problem
that
with
just
this
sounds like
car
he'd be
is-
tiptoeing.
Yeah, the problem with that kind of setup is that this car requires a rake to be perfectly balanced so that you've got the right amount of gap at the rear and the front for the aero, what do you call it, the ground effects to work. So if you go too far out of whack, then you're actually out of balance, essentially.
Because like at high speeds, he's going to have a lower front and higher rear because the front will get squished more than the rear.
But it's great to be in that Discord. It's interesting to hear everyone's point of view on setups and whatnot.
Yeah,
They're actually
there's-
talking about it.
There's a lot more sharing of ideas than I thought, given everyone's like locked all their shit down. But I guess it's easy, or it's kind of safe to like just talk about it versus like actually just sharing, here's my straight up setup, go drive it sort of thing.
Not to mention that it was all after the race as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah, tuck away for next year.
Luke was really sort of, I think, pretty annoyed with the way his race went. It was very weird.
What was it? Was
His
it stuck
wing
in the wrong
was-
setup?
yeah, he went with a lower front downforce than we did. Or was it the zero
Well,
wing he went?
He had lower overall downforce. I'm not sure what his balance was, because his whole setup's different. But he had lower wing settings, higher top end speed, but then he was still complaining about not being able to overtake, and I never had that issue. But I think I was like fast enough that I could get right up behind them in the chicane. Maybe he was struggling more with that point. But he also just said that his car was just really hard. It was real knife edge, so you couldn't really push.
Yeah,
And
the
looking-
fact that I was actually catching him towards the end in that final stint. I have a feeling that there must have been something going on.
Well, because I loaded up the replay to give him lap 1, and I was looking at his stint times, and yeah, his initial lap times were not far off mine, but mine were fairly stable, and his were dropping throughout the stint, like it was a super hot race or something. Like he was just losing lap time hand over fist throughout the stint.
Raining.
Well, I said to him, like,
with
maybe
the
it was
tyres,
because
not really.
the track temp was a little... Oh, fuck. Oh, no, it's going to be into it. Ah, damn.
It was
what
greasy.
was I gonna say?
Hotter?
Yeah, it was hotter, and it just seemed very slippery in general. But once I got through those first like 3-4 laps, I kind of was everything was back to normal for the most part. Whereas he just continued to struggle the whole race. So I was just wondering, like, maybe there's something in your setup that was just really not working with the track temp. But I've never had anything that dramatic before.
The other thing is that maybe he did damage his car on a curb continually, right? Maybe he was running on that curb that did some weird damage.
Yeah. So there was nothing obvious, but that could have been it. How many laps to do? 25 laps. I feel like this setup is quicker out of the gate than what I was using last year, but the one last year just seems to get faster and faster, but also could be track temp. Oh, actually... No, I think I was giving it more credit than it.
Do you love mini cams? I don't think I'm qualified enough to say what's real, but I think iRacing does simulation and feel much, much better than the F1 game.
Oh god, the F1 game is very arcadey in feel.
I haven't driven it in years.
The braking alone is miles apart, right? You can really stomp on the brakes in the F1 game for real.
I've done very little time in the actual F1 game. I remember it did. It must have been on our old wheels, not this one, the old Fanatec one. So I remember it really fucking with one of the settings. Like, it locks you in to a rotation that you had to do a reboot for to get it back or something. It was a long time ago and I can't remember the details, but it was finicky to jump in and out of. So I think I'd played it once and then never again.
The one thing I would say about the real the F1 game itself is that at least the tyres feel grippy when you throw it into a corner, whereas in iRacing you feel like you're
on edge.
You're guessing more.
It has a feel, not the marshmallow.
After the Sebring race, did you guys end up coming to a conclusion on whether the new tyre model was significantly different or not?
Yeah, he's different.
It was way different. I mean, it's mainly I think the two big things for me were the cold tyre super low grip warm up, which by all accounts seems to be much more realistic. I can't say, but that was a huge difference to anything else in iRacing.
Yes.
And the fact it felt a lot more like this car, in that you could actually like overheat the tires fairly easy by just being a little bit too hard constantly, and you had to drive it much more like just like 99%, 98% sort of thing. So there was a bit different to like flat out quali driving versus a race lap, which is just a small difference, but you just got to not quite load the tires to the full that they can handle every single time. Which, again, older iRacing, I feel like, was all about just pushing it as hard as possible every single time.
Yes. Almost like comparing the original tyre model to what we've got now, where the tyres were just grip and you could abuse the fucking crap out of them. If you pushed and pushed and pushed and the temp went up, then you would die. You really had to not push.
In terms of
Right.
feel, though, did you feel like you had grip and not grip? Like, was there that sensation?
Yeah. I think so. I think they felt
Certainly
quite.
not worse than any other model. I can't remember now whether it was good enough to say it was better. I think
So the feel that I'm trying to go for, which I don't get in iRacing at all and never have, is, you know, when you're on a highway and there's grooves where tire tracks are, and you just feel like you're in those grooves.
No.
highway.
Well, I'm getting much higher tyre wear than I was last year. That's interesting. The lap times aren't really dropping off though. I was down to like 40% on that stint, and I was still doing like low 30s. But I think I was just coming to the end of the tyre life.
Is that more of a force feedback thing, Dennis? Though.
Yeah, in that when you're on the highway and the car's pulling you, the car is actually pulling you into those tire tracks, right?
Yeah. Because it's almost like being on rails. It sort of guides the wheel.
Yeah, but if you're on a racetrack, right, I'm not sure if you've done much track days or whatever, but there is an actual racing groove that you can actually feel on the track, and the car actually wants to pull you through. The only similar sensation is if you get really, like on a corner that has a really cool camber on it, you get that pull around the corner.
Yeah, I feel that. Like in the
that.
hairpin, Dunlop hairpin here, you get that. There's camber at the apex.
I feel like that when more of an aero, like when I get the car in the right zone in terms of just cornering speed, the corner's great, and it feels like it really is on rails. And if it's too quick, then you push and it doesn't feel right. But getting it all right, and I only really feel that in the high aero cars. I think it's less tyres and more aero, and that's just I don't drive high aero cars very often, kind of. That's the closest thing that I could say that when I feel that.
The one thing I hate about this layout is that to get really fast, you just have to nail every single corner and maximize everything.
It's every track.
No, some are more forgiving than others.
That's what I'm struggling with, is that consistency. I sort of figure out a corner, but I cannot do them all together in a lap. My optimal is 0.6 quicker than a lap, which is probably not half bad, really. But I can do the corners individually, just never together.
My session optimal's 3 tenths quicker than my best.
Definitely has tyre deg. Oh, I don't think this track's high on the tyre deg mark though, right?
It's there seems to be a lot more than there was last year. Just looking at my data because I got out of the car. So last year I did 33 laps on the softs and had like 65% left. Just then I did 25 laps on them and had like 40 to 50% left. So they're basically end of life. But the lap times were still sort of holding in that low 30 mark. Sort of started at 31, dropped to like low 30, and then was just kind of holding. So I think they were just about to start like getting worse.
I'm currently at a skill limit in terms of my lap times. But fuel level, battery deployment, tyres, all add up to that.
So you did a 130 with 60 litres of fuel.
By that point, I would have had like 35 litres.
So when you had 60, what were you doing? 31s?
31 flat was start, and then it basically immediately starts to get faster as the fuel comes off.
How can I be 3 seconds off you?
That's on soft tyres.
Yeah, I'm on soft now too.
Have you run the new setup?
Must be.
I can give you the setup. Just crashed. Definitely, I'm still struggling a little bit with like the rear end. It's a little bit worrying where it's like if I'm driving within my means, it's sort of okay, but it's quite easy to go over. Just sharing with you now. So that's got full fuel and medium tyres set, so you can do what you want to it.
Thank you.
So this, I think it was, I loaded one of the previous setups from this year. I think it was either Magello or it was Suzuka's from last week. I can't remember which one it was. But I was just kind of like, well, actually it might have been Suzuka's. It might be last week's setup. It's got a lot of rotation mid-corner. And then if you try and sort of feed the throttle on too early, it'll just continue rotating, which is sort of what I get caught out by if I'm not paying enough attention.
You dial that out with maybe some diff settings.
I've dropped the diff one click from where it was, the high-speed diff, just for the on-throttle stuff, but I think it's just spring settings and stuff that have got that sort of rotation happening. Because a lot of that stuff was different. I was sort of having a little comparison because I think I did try soften the rear a little bit, but then I think I just didn't commit to that because it didn't feel dramatically different, and I don't know what I'm doing.
Damien just binned it in the pit lane.
So far my time's quite competitive on Garage 61, so I feel like I don't know, this is just a track that suits me. Dustin's quali lap 28.4 is almost as fast as my quali lap, so he's obviously quick as well. And I'm sure I'm not going to be the fastest person in the race, especially with the lineup we have these days. Last year I beat Anthony Catt, but I think he was the only one of the strong drivers that was there, and even he doesn't really win that much anymore. Some of those new guys, well, not new guys, but I think some of the guys that mainly do this main soft race have started doing ours as well. I think they're the strong ones.
The gear ratio is quite close, Sean. Maybe that's part of your reason why you're having issues.
You can't change the gear ratio. It's always the same.
Can't you?
No.
Okay. So why does it feel like I'm forever flicking up through the gears?
So it's so much faster.
Yeah, clearly.
Oh, fuck it.
I mean, darn it. Having a bit of a head jar problem.
Since stopping my long soft run, I've been having problems. Really got to get in the zone and the groove with this car. It's so hard once you sort of start changing stuff.
You want a quali run?
No, but I was thinking of starting some quali runs soon.
15
Maybe now.
minutes, 20 minutes to go.
Yeah, might as well do it now.
What do I have left? 24 kilos left. Pretty flat. If I could get a lap, I'm not as that far away.
You on your quali setup?
Will be.
Or are you just pulling in?
Pulling into load qual. Garage. Save current setup. Save it. Oh, that's right. Put medium.
You keep going. Thoughts so far?
Oh, it's definitely quicker. I'm just not quite warmed up yet, so we'll see. I was almost a full second up, and then I lost it coming out of the final turn, so...
Yeah.
And it is definitely faster in a straight line, because, yeah, I'm just gaining time on all the straights.
There's potential maybe just to increase the wing on it then, if it's not at max wing. And it's another track where you got to do the extra warm-up lap for quali.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Welcome back to the pits.
First corner. I thought I broke early enough. Not hard enough, I think. Stupid car.
Well, got to the second corner, then had just like a little bit of... Oh, no, actually, I got a little bit of wheel spin out of one, so then when I turned into two, it sort of had that little like slide, and so I was trying to catch it, so I'd already kind of fucked the lap.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, I might as well do it. And then as soon as I turned into three, it just let go completely, like it was just too much.
Yeah, it was just a little bit of temp in it. I had that last night.
I was weaving because I had to slow down to let a gap to Dennis. I was just aggressively weaving on the straight to try and not lose temp. But I reckon that put more temp in the rears than the fronts. But that could also be, might be worth. Maybe the brake bias is too far rearward for the extra heavy braking. But step one, don't spin the wheels out of one. See what I can do then.
Yeah. Good strat, I reckon.
Oh, fuck off.
It's menu here.
I thought I'd just sit here and watch you go past.
Distracted by the fact that was not my second warm-up lap. So I essentially started my timed lap with no battery deployment.
Yeah,
Good job.
nice work. I'm finding it very twitchy. It feels twitchier than yesterday.
I notice it is draggy though. I can see I'm losing time on straights. The extra wing on it.
Hmm. Well, the extra deploy should more than make up for the.
Well,
extra wing.
I haven't got to a deploy lap yet.
Ah, well, when you're not deploying, you're obviously going to be losing time on the straights as well compared to a normal lap.
Well, not to a normal lap. All right, remind me to deploy. I think it's up to deploy.
Deploy.
This is my warm-up lap.
You found a bit of speed, Dennis. Moved up a few spots.
Still not nowhere near the 31s though.
Might require some data looking at.
Yeah,
Looking at, that's the technical term for it.
Yeah.
I was
Analysis.
about to say analysis, but that would be too dicky, right?
Yeah, what a fucking nerd.
Who the fuck speaks like that anyway? I mean, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Fuck me. I've not made it past turn 2 yet.
I pushed less hard on this lap and it worked really well. Until then.
On the wheels out of one and then lock the brake, you know, when you brake down the ripple strip on the
Yeah.
turn 3. Took me fucking 30 minutes to get 2 laps. Full up laps. Warm up laps.
Oh shit, that was faster than yesterday. These conditions must be favourable.
Sun's just gone behind some clouds.
You can also generate a little bit of extra temp by weaving at speed on your warm-up laps. Like if you look at the tire temps, it's quite meaningful.
Do we need to though?
I think so, because otherwise, like I'm getting to the start of the lap with still under 100-degree tires. If I don't weave, it's like 92 degrees, and if I do weave, I can get it up to like 96, 97.
Oh, don't weave in the DRS zone, okay?
Well, if it's closed, you're fine. I only do it on the second warm-up lap, on the sort of last 2 straights. But yeah, I reckon you could actually get the tires to 100 degrees with a little bit of extra weaving.
Would it be better to just do it in the low speed stuff when you're actually cornering and just sort of soaring at the wheel instead?
I don't think so, because then you're like scrubbing the tires across the surface versus just loading them.
Yeah, but you are loaded at that point too, even though they're cold. Yeah, I find that better than actually weaving on a straight.
Better how?
In getting your core temps up.
I think it works better at speed.
little bit of column A, little bit of column B.
Oh fuck!
I know that noise.
The fuck? Where'd that guy come from?
Bono's tyres are gone.
The fuck?
I had a VLN moment. I thought we were turning right at the, you know, where you go cut through the GP circuit.
He's
Found myself on the wrong side of the road for the corner.
Bono's line into one was quite weird. He was all the way out on the dirt on the way in.
I wondered what you're doing out there.
I thought he came out of the pits, honestly. I didn't even know he was coming down the straight. But he didn't get to me just yet. Oh, Bono's laps. Bono's 29.8 is his quali pace. So he was doing quali laps the whole time and matching my my long run soft pace. Which makes sense. I think he's like a 2K driver. There must be corners that you're just not carrying the right speed through, Dennis, or something, because it's been a while since you've been... Well, I don't even remember if you've ever been that far off.
Oh wow, I've just gained, what was that, 5/10 in the chicane.
Well, there you go. That'll help a lot.
Tell me the excuse.
Oh, there's also, I'm not sure what you're doing at the... I'm pretty sure it's the Dunlop hairpin, the one at the bottom of the hill. But I've found, through accident, that squaring that one off slightly is faster. But you want to... There's like a lot of camber right at the inside of the corner. So my approach is to essentially try and like brake sort of straight in and sort of get the car down into the camber, which helps like pull it up, and then you sort of come just out of the camber a bit as you get to sort of the middle of your like V shape, and then you're trying to just get the car rotated so you can accelerate as soon as possible out of the corner, which is where you get the extra speed. So something worth experimenting, I think, is some slightly different shapes. But I think a key part of it is really getting into that camber down at the apex and not missing that.
Do you want to go past Warwick?
No, that's my lap done.
But you got one in.
Oh, the fire, yeah, Roman. That really been 5 years since. Oh, since you fucking. Holy shit! I did. There's a bit of a softy, but.
Oh fuck! I forgot. I forgot I'd finished my warm-up lap. Damn it.
You did, but I did, didn't you?
Yeah, I was halfway down the straight, like, oh, is this my lap or not? God damn it.
So Roman's been in... not IndyCar. IndyCar?
Oh, one last attempt at it, I think.
Oh,
Actually, I'm not going to have enough time. Not for the warm-up lap.
So just... what am I doing? No, not attack. No deploy. Oh, empty. Oh, he got dumped. Oh, that's right. He's driving the Lamborghini, isn't he? The Rambo. The Lambo GTP. What do you mean shitty ass race? Yeah. Time of day. Which Arab country are we in? Oh, Bahrain.
Yeah, it's like 2 a.m. or something for the race.
I think it's 1 a.m. Yeah.
We're getting closer to maybe going to Qatar this year.
To go see the race.
Yeah. Well, that'll be probably one of the only ones you can see after Marcus's HSC. We wanted to, we started to talk about like go to see Spa, but it's fucking insanely expensive for accommodation near the track.
Yeah. And it's one of those tracks, because it's like an old track, it's like out in the middle of nowhere or something, isn't it?
Anything that's further away is like much further away.
Yeah.
Qatar and maybe Abu Dhabi or Abu Dhabi. I don't think we do both, but fuck. Yeah, definitely not the first lap, is it? So I think Qatar is the last weekend in November, and I think the HSC wraps up in November. Six months. I hate the cold. The only thing good about winter is having fire. There you go, fire pit out the back. We have been known to watch pre-practice 1 and or 3 out the back by the fire pit. Oh, another wet month. For poor QLD. You haven't had enough rain yet. It's been a couple of years since we had our wet spell. Did you? Oh, no, there's no way you'd improve then, would you? Half a second-ish.
I was... on that attempt, I was at turn 4 and I was 3/10 up on my previous.
How? I was just sliding because the grip wasn't up.
Like I did
Like
the extra warm up.
Yeah. Oh, you did? Oh, you got that in?
Yeah, no, I didn't get it in. It was going to be after the flag. I just didn't care about it being registered. So I'm already on top.
It does actually pop up in your data. So my lap, my after the flag lap turned up in the data in Garage 61, which is cool.
Yeah, I don't think it cares, but the iRacing timing sheet cares.
Yes. So I only just crossed the line. I didn't even get to braking into turn 1 before the checker dropped. So I only just made the time lap at all.
Yeah. but then you had cold tires, and yes, it makes
Yeah.
a big difference. I think weaving on the second warm-up lap is also actually worth it.
Yeah, I got
The extra-
I'm flat out with my brain wrapped around what we've got so far.
I think if I get a good lap in, I could probably crack it like a high 27.
I don't think I did really enough running. No, that was it. That was pretty much my only time. That was my only actual run on that tire. Oh, that set. Well, is it 9 o'clock? I might go for it might get a bit. Listen tomorrow, right, Sean?
No,
Road
just this till the weekend.
America.
Gotta keep my eye in for this.
I keep buying for this.
Sean's keen on a podium again, back to back.
I think he's keen for a bit more than a podium. Hunting for a win, that elusive win.
Might not get very many chances to win anymore.
Why? Is the field getting stronger?
Yeah. I made a Google sheet to put all my results in, just to since I'm doing this for multiple years, I wanted to easily be able to see all my results.
Yeah,
And I've sort of tracked the softs and stuff as well. So the average soft in 22 was 2.7k, 23 3k, 24 3.7k, and so far this year 4k basically. So far we've had an average. So, and each year I've gotten, well, the first year, the weakest soft, I got 5 wins, and I missed 6 races that year as well. So, one of the more dominant drivers in the first year. Then I only got 2 wins the next year. And then last year I got 3 wins, with back-to-back wins at Spa and Zandvoort, which was where I was really pumped and I was super excited, and then it all fell apart. And now this year I think I'll be lucky to get a win. It'll have to be a track where I'm good and either the really top guys don't show up or they have a crash or something.
You have to get your shit together and get good.
It's it's on the cards, but it's I'm
It's a lot harder.
I'm in a Ferrari. It's I could win if the guys who normally win just don't. For some reason.
I mean, it happens. Luke did struggle last week, and you just need a bit of that. And you need to be on your game as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, consistency and the speed is improving, but so too is the competition.
Yes. And even even though the car hasn't changed in 3 years, I think everyone's getting quicker. The people are getting better setups. There's development as people get better at figuring out how to go fast in the car.
I was going to say, even year on year, it's just the learning, the data's coming through on it.
Yeah, Luke was really quick despite his setup, I think. Given that he actually hamstrung himself on the setup.
Handicapped himself. Well, it's nice that they handicapped himself.
Helped me out. I think, I don't know. I don't want to be too critical, but I feel like maybe he was expecting more than was reasonable of himself. Maybe he's not quite as quick there as he thought. Because the 2 dudes out front were flying. And I felt like I was doing pretty well.
For his Road America 500 race. Did.
But it's funny, Ronaldo, who finished P2 in that race, 15 seconds ahead of me, I still remember beating him at Gilles Villeneuve.
Gilles.
I like
Gillies better.
Gilly.
Which, looking back, I thought was last year, but it was actually the year before last year. But I won that race. I think he came in P2, and he was 30 seconds back on me. And then everyone else, I was just driving on my own. I remember
You clicked.
being like, "This is what Max is doing." I'm like, "What the fuck? Where is everybody?" It was just one of those weird tracks where like, everything just came together, and my setup must have just been working well or something. But yeah, it's cool how varied it can be. Like, there's not just like one dude who's just winning every single race.
I kind of feel like the IRL F1 series is kind of like what we experience with the single car format, right? With the gaps being so close together, they're in the same boat where they have a good weekend and they're, you know, near the top, you're inside the top 10, near the top 5 type of thing. Whereas if they have a bad race, then they're in the bottom 5.
Yeah.
And that's like the races we have, right? So.
Yeah, like all their skills are actually like really, really super similar, but then their car differentiates them. Whereas we're the opposite, is what you're saying. It's like our skills are different, but the car's the same, so it keeps everyone the same, or it keeps everyone as close as they are in real life. Like if you put all them in the sim car and they were all in the exact same car, they'd be all like super close together. Or more realistically, if you put them in a spec car in real life.
Any cars at Long Beach? Nice.
Long Beach is another track that I do well at. In this car.
I'm not a fan of Long Beach. Oh, in this car. God, you race it? Oh, because you don't have...
It's Monaco.
Oh, is it Monaco? I was going to say.
It's Monaco.
I was going to pick an American track.
No, Sebring is Miami.
Okay. Yeah.
And we have Coda. So I think that's... Oh, is it Las Vegas? Well, what's in for Las Vegas? I don't remember.
90 laps tomorrow. IndyCar. What day is it tomorrow? It's Thursday. Well, you're talking about the IndyCar iracing. Are you going to do the IndyCar, Sam? No. Should. Work. I got work tomorrow. Not having a fan of that. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to bed. Because I don't know. What you do, right?
Yeah. True.
True.
It happens.
More.
Okay, gents, I'll catch you.
Yes,
right.
GG's. I might even get sucked in to do more of this, but...
Yeah, come do the race. It's so much fun. Once you get into it.
It is really good fun, actually. And the I-rating doesn't matter, because you either gain a lot or you lose a lot. So it all peters out in the end.
That means it matters. I just think the
No,
tyres...
it doesn't, though. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, you have a good weekend, you gain a whole bunch of I-rating. You have a bad weekend, you lose a bunch of I-rating. And then over the course of the season, then you're status quo.
I think everything about this car is loitering around the worst of my style.
But you're so fast in it already.
In one lap, and I'm not fast. I'm less slow than I was last week. But the consistency, I would die with the consistency. I don't think I could do it for 90 minutes. I'd crash.
You just have to dial it back a bit.
Yeah, but it's all about learning the car. You know, I'd need a full 12 weeks to even come close to having an understanding of the car.
Alright, well, this Sunday, come ghost race, but just ghost race like the whole race.
Sunday's a bad day anyway, because I'm supposed to be going to work early the next day, like at 3:30, get up, go
fuck
to
that.
work. So Sunday's a no-go. But, I'll come and prac, which is more than, that car, fuck off, I'm going.
Are they...
That's a step up.
Are they releasing a new CineCube?
Don't know. No, I haven't heard anything.
I'm just having a look there. On their downloads, they're saying that this is the CineCube 2. True Drive development has ended. They've now got a new software. Okay, interesting. I'm not sure about this.
Right, I am gonna GO.
Me too.
I will be up for some more during the week later, maybe. It's almost the end of the week, isn't it? All right, we'll see.
Cool. See you.
Cheers, boy.
See you guys.
And yes, you want a second account? You want a Smurf account, Sam? You would join with a Smurf account. I'd never picked you for a Smurf account user. You can have Don if you want. You want Don? I don't even think I'd put Don in until I could actually get through a race without killing someone. Still got to learn the car. Anyway, have fun at work, Sam. Unless you've already gone to bed. You type as well as I do. In fact, I think you type better. I still knew what you meant. Get training tomorrow. It's alright. Learning new stuff, that's always a good sign that they want you to do different stuff. It means you've got a better chance of doing other stuff, getting more shifts, because you're versatile. You can do a heap of stuff. That'd be good. That would be good, man. But I have a feeling you've already gone. So if you've already gone, I'm going to go to bed. Thank you all. Catch ya later.